Got a tip. Hot tip about some ammo. The guy from my gun store called and said they got some ammo in that I've been looking for. And you know I flew right down there as fast as I could get there to pick up some new ammo. First one up, Aguila, I don't know, man. A-G-U-I-L-A, Aguila 22 Super Extra long rifle. 40 grains, standard velocity. This was a, I think this is 50 rounds. Yep, 50 rounds. $3.99. This is what kind of like Thunderbolts were priced at when Thunderbolts were around, and I haven't seen them in probably a year. So here's these guys. First thing I noticed right off the bat is they kind of look a tarnished, like they're tarnished on the bottom. Sun's shining through the lines here. Don't let it fool you because it's only 0 outside. Started out at -15. We're having a heat wave right now. It made it all the way up to 0. Possibly might get into single digits. But anyway, there's a lot of sun out there. Just it's not warm. So here's this bullet. It's got an A on the bottom for the Aguila. And looks like any other bullet. Nothing special looking about it. It feels in my hand kind of small. Maybe it's because I haven't been playing around with bullets lately, but it just feels tiny. Brass and lead, like anything else is. I can see the wax on it already. There's pieces of it on there. Obviously, I haven't shot it. I just bought it today. So I'm kind of excited. Vaguely reminds me of Federal. It's in a real heavy black plastic thing, which is pretty cool. Now I save these things because I've got those bulk boxes of the 225s or the Federal that I have, and what I can do is I fill these little boxes up, even though they're not the same brand, but still. Nice to take them off the range instead of having to grab a handful and put it in a sandwich bag or something. So this is the Aguila, and I paid $3.99 plus tax for it. Not a lot of information on here. It doesn't say velocity, or at least not that I can see. It's in some other language. Only use in guns in good condition. Treat every gun as if it was loaded. Watch your muzzle. Keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. If a gun fails to fire, keep it pointed in a safe direction. Wait at least 15 seconds. Then unload carefully, avoiding exposure to the breech. Do not rely on the safety. Discharging firearms in poorly ventilated areas, cleaning firearms, or handling ammunition may result in exposure to lead, a substance known to cause birth defects, reproductive harm, and other serious physical injuries. Have adequate ventilation at all times. Wash hands thoroughly after exposure. Made in Mexico. Arriba! There you go. 22 Aguila Super Extra. First box I've ever had. Cool. CCI Shot Shell 22 long rifle. Now, I have had these for the 22 Magnum, but I did not have them for the 22 just long rifle, which would either fit in the 22 Walther or my Remington 597 rifle. But like I said, I bought them for the Magnum. They are substantially bigger. And here is, oops, they're all trying to jump out now. They're kind of in there in a little slot thing. They slide in here. It catches the rim and holds them in there. So there's those. Close that up. And here's the shot shell, which, if you've use that to hold it up. There we go. If you've seen these before, they have a little plastic cavity on the end filled with tiny, tiny beads. They are just adorable. They're actually pretty much worthless for anything other than they look cool. And you can't shoot anything from far away. You have to be up very close, according to any of the videos I've seen. And they throw out a little pattern of these pellets, which, I don't know if you're shooting a snake or something, maybe, or a bird on the ground, who knows. But I wanted them because I don't have them in my collection, so I have them. 22 long rifle. It says they're 1,000 feet per second, 31 grain, and it describes them as pest control. So there is, I believe, 20 cartridges in this box, and it costs $10, well, $9.99 plus tax, and they are steel jacketed. So that's the next one I did not have, and now I do. Warning, keep out of reach of children. Cylinder lockup may occur in lightweight revolvers due to capsule movement resulting from recoil inertia. So, what that means is, semi-automatic guns, it won't cycle them. It doesn't have enough power. Same as the CI shorts or the Quiets. They don't have the substantial gunpowder used that is needed by a semi-automatic weapon to cycle. So what happens is you put them in, you shoot it, it goes bang, and but it won't eject it and pull another one up because it doesn't have the power to cycle the semi-autos. But like I said, I wanted it, I bought it. They're pretty cool looking. Not really any real function to them. Some expensive 22s. I never even heard of this one. It's manufactured by Eli of England, and it says Match EPS Remington 22 RF long rifle, and as you can see, $19.99 plus tax. 50 rounds. I have not paid this much for 22s ever. As a matter of fact, up until this moment, the most expensive ones I had ever bought were those Winchester tin ones, and they were 10 something, and I thought that was really crazy, spending 10 bucks for some 22s. But here we are, $19.99 for 50 of these things. Discharging firearms and a poorly vented... Yep, same thing again. Keep out of reach of children. Peel here. It doesn't say anything, really. That's all it says. These open weird. So let me get this out of here. It's a real thin little top on them. Pretty cheesy. The bottom is stamped with an E. And right away I do notice something. They look just like the Winchester tins. They have a very unusual projectile. There's a little dimple on there. Not dimple in, dimple out, like an Audi belly button. Getting Audi. Yep, but that's what it looks like. And they're light. They have that look like they're made of aluminum or tin or whatever the case may be. But definitely unusual looking bullets. And like I said, they're very light. Guy at the gun store said that these are the kind of things that you would be in competition shooting because they're known for accuracy, hence the expense of them. Wish I could tell you more about them. That's all I know. I'll have to go on the internet and look them up now that I've found them. I didn't expect these to be here. When I got to the gun store, he surprised me with them. So, Match EPS Remington. 50 of them. $19.99 plus tax. Next up, for a box of expensive ammo. Again, never heard of these before. Federal Premium, $19.99 plus tax. 50 cartridges, Ultramax. Never heard of these before. But when I got there, they had them on the shelf, and you know me, had to have them. 22 caliber long rifle, 40 grain solid. Muzzle velocity 1,080 feet per second. And these look like this. They come in this little plastic thing. Heavy. That's the first thought that comes to mind when I pick that up, is that it feels a little heavier than the previous ones. Yeah. So there's the lead projectile. It seems, oh, maybe it's just me, like this is short somehow. But there it is. Again, he says these are known for accuracy, and that when people are target shooting for competition, these are what they use. It says dangerous within 1.5 miles. Federal Premium Ultramax. Another box with expensive ammo. Next, something I was thinking maybe they didn't even sell anymore because I haven't seen it. CCI green tags. And this was originally what he called me and told me that they had at the store. Actually told me on Facebook. But anyway, he said these were in, and I had seen these a long time ago, and I've looked everywhere, and no one had them. And here they are. The elusive CCI green tag 22 long rifle. And it says they are 1,070 feet per second. Competition. And again, $19.99 plus tax. So what do these look like? Like any other CCI I've ever seen. Again, he says they're famous for accuracy. So maybe the reason I have been such a bad shot all this time is because I've been buying the cheap ammo. And I should have been shelling out the big bucks for ammo that'll throw itself into the bullseye. Guess we'll have to see as soon as the snow goes away and I can find the range again. But there they are. The elusive green tag. Pretty excited about that. And then one more that I never even heard of. So he surprised me. CCI Select 22 long rifle. What the heck is this? 1,200 feet per second. Ooh, I guess these are little rockets. And these were cheaper, oddly enough. They're $1 cheaper, $18.99 plus tax, instead of the $19.99. And it says competition on these two. 40 grain, again. They're all 40 grain. And what do these ones look like? Anything different? Nope, look just like all the other ones. They got a really dark projectile. Kind of reminds me of the M22s. So there that one is. CCI Select. Cheaper for some reason. I don't know why. Who knows why they can come up with these prices. But I'm so excited to have all this new ammo that I didn't have before to add to my collection. Even if it did just cost me an arm and a leg. Pretty expensive crap here for somebody who's just collecting it just to have it. But I'm an old broad, I can do what I want. So there it is. Today's trip to the gun store. $105 and some change. What? Yes sirree, Bob.